Shall we close our eyes in prayer? This is the day. All right, I see you're not in the spirit.
I'm not in
just
the spirit. I'm like, what's going on right now?
Not in the spirit. What's up? It's your boy Wuchi, aka the Chocolate Monster, aka the African Wizard. And you are now tuned in to Underground Unreleased. It's good to be back. And to be inside, because
It's cold as fuck.
cold as fuck outside.
Yeah,
There's
it's not-
no reason
yeah.
why it should be this cold.
There's rendition. It's tears. It's cold as hell and it's cold as fuck.
Yeah,
It's cold as fuck.
all of the above. But we're here. And you know, on our way in, we're bumping that new audio.
Oh fuck yeah, so good.
Yes. And the song is Addicted, correct? I think that's the name. And you know what's crazy? I think 2 episodes ago, we're talking about how I was talking about how I miss that audio
What's
that
going
still
on?
had there was still some bounce in the music, not like the super sleepy R&B. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I prefer that Afro audio, and that's exactly what he gave on that song.
Yeah.
That's what I really enjoy from audio. So it's good to see that he did that on the EP. That's one of my favorite songs on there. That one and the song with Wizkid.
I still haven't heard that EP yet.
You haven't?
No, I know the song.
You're sleeping on a bicycle. But yeah, that's my favorite song on my top 2 favorite songs on the EP.
All right.
Speaking of people that are switching it up a little bit, Ashake's concert in New York.
Bro, that's the definition
The Red Bull one.
That's the definition of aura, definition of vibe, definition of presence. He came, he delivered, it was exactly what you want from a Nigerian artist. First breaking the historical event in that theater, at the first African act, debuting. He came in, the way he embodied it, bro. You need to watch that video. But if you haven't watched that clip yet, you need to watch that video. Like, it made me proud for him to represent not only Nigeria, but African music as a whole. So good. The mixture of the orchestra with his live band. People couldn't sit down. You know,
Right, you have to like stand up and like.
it's like
join in the-
they sit down, they get up right back up because it was so crazy. Oh my god, you need to check that shit out, like for real.
Yeah, I bet you nobody was sleeping at that show either.
Nobody was sleeping. Man.
And you know when that concert happened, I was like, you know, this is the type of Afrobeat concert that is worth flying out for.
Yes, people
You
flew.
get what I'm saying? Like you buy some tickets, you fly and go, and it's an experience. It's not just a show. And this is like not Ashake. I don't know. God knows when next we will see Ashake like this. You know, like
That's true.
That's why it's such a dope. And he puts his energy into it. Like came in
Yes,
dressed
he
the
did. Oh my
part.
God, yeah, he
Like, and you were saying the other day the haircuts fits him better
Fits.
than whatever I was doing before.
Him Shiggy.
Everything just was on point, man. The music, all of that shit, like Afro beats and symphony and all that, like that's like orchestra shit. I enjoy that. And I want to see more of that. Shout out to Red Bull for putting that together, man.
Red Bull did a good job.
Because I imagine this is not the kind of thing artists like. Imagine it costs a lot of money to put that together, and artists probably not do that out of their own pocket.
But to be fair, like Red Bull, that's what I know. But that's the biggest advertisement is doing things like this. Like
Yeah, they do out of
outlandish.
the box, but you know, typically they are more on the sports side. But now they are doing
moving to
more
music.
They're doing more music stuff,
saw
and
the-
they're doing different things.
You saw the music on the rap battle with what's his name?
Yeah, Big Sean and Joey
so
Badass
good.
and Absol, where they're like spinning the.
Oh my god, it was
that
so
was
good.
fire. That was fire.
The way they, oh my god, man! I mean,
the
it took
thing
me
was-
back. I
was on
felt
point.
I
It was
love
on
that
point.
shit. I still go back and listen to that shit to this day.
It made me like it kind of brought me back into American hip hop for a little bit, because we all know ever since that Kendrick and Drake thing happened, it's been like the culture hasn't really been the same. But Red Bull doing that shit, that was exciting. It was exciting and everybody was spitting, you know. So back to Ashake and that show, that was fucking dope. And I really, really hope that we see more of that. I need to bring that to Chicago too, man. Like, you know, shout out to New York. I get that they have all these venues and shit, like, and they have all that stuff going on. But I beg, spread the wealth small. You know?
I think New York was the best place for it. I don't think Chicago was the best place for it. I think New York was.
I'm not saying Chicago is the best place for it, but I think we have venues.
No, I'm not talking about the venues. I'm talking about the audience.
You don't think? I mean, people will fly to Chicago now.
Yeah, but like the Chicago audience itself, compared to New York audience.
Are you saying that the Chicago audience will not bring energy.
Chicago is yes. There's too much. Personally, I think like the Nigerian energy here is very chill. It's like they've. I mean, some of them turn up.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, whenever I go to concert, I always observe Nigerian energy. It's very chill. It's not the same as what you see from New York or what you see from like Atlanta, and like, or it goes to like the DMV. Chicago is very like I don't say bougie posh vibe, but like they don't do too much. So it kind of when Odile came in, Odile was like he was trying to figure out the crowd, like what vibe. I was watching him like what vibe? Like are we supposed to be lit? Like I go, like, why are we so chill? Like put your hands up. Only like few people were putting their hands up. It wasn't.
But Odile doesn't make that kind of. It wasn't that kind of show though.
But the audience are not as responsive compared to other places. I don't see Chicago Nigerian crowd as responsive compared to other places. Yeah, from what whenever I go out and check it out. But to be fair, I think for us it might be different. Maybe winter energy versus summer energy might be different. Summer energy is different.
Yeah.
Than winter energy. So maybe winter energy is.
Well, I also think bring that kind of show first. Let's see what that's like. Let's test that theory because I feel like a show like that is very different. Odile, as much as I fuck with him, he wasn't really doing anything that is.
Wasn't doing much.
Yeah, it's not that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you're experiencing that, I feel like you are not containing yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just me, Sha. And I'd like to see more Afrobeats artists. But I also wonder why did Red Bull pick Ashake for that?
He's a great performer.
He is.
I think he's better than everybody out there right now in Nigeria when it comes to performance, delivery.
Better than Burna Boy?
Yeah. Burna Boy doesn't dance. He dances.
He does though.
No, he doesn't. Can't dance more than Ashake. Ashake will perform. Have you seen when Ashake actually puts in work before he started getting more chill? It seems the energy was a lot more than Burna Boy. Burna Boy has energy, but like compared to Ashake, I don't feel like we're doing Burna Boy hits here.
Well, no, we're not doing that. We're just kind of having a conversation.
So, yeah, I'm comparing like stage presence.
Who is fit for these kind of shows and why Ashake?
Because Ashake is more of a dancer. I feel like that's where he carries more than Burna Boy. Burna Boy dances, but like not like Ashake. If Ashake actually puts in like full body work, sees Nigerian shows, sees O2 shows,
I feel like Ashake now doesn't dance as much as Burna Boy does.
Yeah. He doesn't dance as much now, but he can.
Yeah, I've seen his old, like his school stuff, like he's really, doing dances and stuff. But now I don't know. It's like he dances, but I don't know if it's like
he still could. Like he can actually
he's
do
capable
that.
of doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else do you think would be a good person for those kind of shows?
Okay.
That kind of like Afrobeat symphony.
So Ashake Burna Boy is very good for that show.
Like if Red Bull came to you and said, "All right, we need you to pick one guy that will do this for. We're bringing it to Chicago, but we want you to call that shot." Or there are three guys. Give us a short list of three people. Who are you picking?
Ashake, Burna Boy, and Rema.
And Rema.
Yeah.
Is that the order or is in no particular order?
Ashake, Rema doesn't. Ashake, Burna Boy, and Rema. I think Burna Boy's concert is because Burna Boy's vocal. I prefer it over Rema's like vocal.
Okay.
Because Burna Boy, yeah, Rema is good, but I prefer Burna Boy for some reason. He's the way he does it compared to Rema. Yeah, I feel like Rema's songs are very unique. So that's just a nitpicky thing for me.
Any honorable mentions?
Do you have any options in mind? I mean, I'm blanking out right now.
Honestly, Burna Boy would be the first person that would come to my mind. I think Ashake is good, but like my question would be: are we thinking more about the vocal part of it? Are we thinking about
I'm talking about performance. I'm thinking about performance. That's what I'm ranking off of.
Rema would definitely be up there. I think I think Ashake, Burna, Rema. I don't because who else? We really like Wizkid could kind of do something, but I feel like Wizkid would not want to do too much. Yeah. So Wizkid is like, all right, like free me. That's his energy. So I don't know.
When it comes to performing, I don't see him compared to those guys. I don't see him like that.
No, definitely not.
Davido
would have the energy, but I don't.
He's not a good performer, and he's too loud.
Damn.
Oh shit, that came out wrong. Davido
can't win.
Davido is a vocal person in general. Like when he's performing, he projects his voice a lot. So when it comes out, like last show he did in Chicago it was so loud in there. Like literally, my sister left
Because it was too loud.
It was too loud. Because
Like he was shouting.
he shouts on the mic, and the mic was
already loud.
Yeah, so it was too much. That's one. And two, like, it doesn't really bring in the performance. He's just out there singing for us. Like, he's just like on the mic.
Or the video doesn't jump and shit.
No, he's just on the mic. Like, bro, for me, when you're performing, right, it comes with a persona. Like that persona, and Ashake, that's why Ashake is number one for me. He embodies his act. He's like him. Every time you see, if you watch that video or watch the show with the Rebel, you see him, like, as soon as once he gets done with one song, and as soon as he leaves the next song, he just locks in like different, his stage presence for his performance itself as a whole, perfect. But the video doesn't have that.
What about Peruzzi?
I've never seen him perform before.
You never seen Peruzzi perform? Okay. Adekunle Gold.
The vibe's not the same. He doesn't have an energy song like that to like. He can be.
I think as far as the symphony is concerned, absolutely, like you can. But if you're talking about the
performance,
dancing and movement, I don't expect Adekunle Gold to be up there dancing.
I agree.
I think Simi has a voice for that. Now we're just talking about vocalists. Adekunle Gold, I think Simi would deliver for that one.
Oxlade as well.
Oxlade for sure.
Yeah.
Oxlade actually had a guest feature on. So Red Bull did that in New York, and they had one in Paris.
Okay.
And Oxlade kind of came out for to perform closer, I think.
Okay.
And then I think Asha would be perfect.
Asha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for dancing. If we're talking about the other this thing, no. But like I'm talking about these people are bringing a different energy to this thing than Ashake. So I'm not even talking about that.
I think Firebar and Joe Boy would be good. When it comes to when he's talking about vocals, they can sing.
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Fireboy especially.
But I can't picture Joe Boy doing that.
Fireboy specifically was my audience. Joe Boy, I put him and Joe Boy in the same, but I feel like Fireboy has a little bit one up.
I could see Asha definitely doing that, like the symphony part. I know she's not Afro beats per se.
Afro soul.
Yeah, I can definitely see her doing that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I'd like to see more of that. Shout out to Red Bull once again, because if they didn't do it, I don't know if anybody else would.
But Rebel is a wake up call for our artists to actually. I see if you're a Nigerian singer artist, I'm gonna give you one of the realest advice I can give anybody. Yes, I'm some random guy on the podcast advising you guys, and you guys don't give a fuck. But listen, putting your money into your work, because you're not thinking about today. You're thinking of honestly the future. You're thinking of your legacy.
Yeah.
Your legacy is what really matters. You right now, you don't matter. Your legacy matters. Right. How you perform, what you put into your work, that's what we're going to keep watching. That's what our kids is going to watch. Our grandkids. Right. Look at MJ. MJ's focus, Michael Jackson's focus for when he started his main career was pouring in so much money into his artistry, into his videos, and into his performances. Look at it right now. Look at him to this day. So if you make a little bit of money, pour that money back, because I'm going to come back to you 10 times fold when you need it, like dead ass.
Absolutely, I think it matters more than getting a new chain or a new car, or buying that house to flex. Invest in yourself, and you definitely see positive results from it.
All right.
But speaking of Ashake, another thing that was up with him this month, he and Wizkid announced that they have a joint EP coming out.
Yeah. I'm excited.
You know, like, I forgot the title of the IP. It's so simple.
I'm excited. Whatever it's called, I'm excited.
Do you think the culture needs that right now?
I think it's going to be honest music. What's his name? Wizkid genuinely likes Ashake. The energy is there. And Ashake fucks with Wizkid as well too. The energy is there. And I think when you put those two and together to make something, it will be good. I feel like it will be good.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect though. Wizkid now is back on his grind. I predicted it back then. I don't know if I was doing podcast then. But I said that right now now that he's lived in Nigeria for a while now, he's getting his energy back. That UK cloudy grade took him down. He needs to be back home.
Okay. The name of the project, according to Wizkid, is Real. Just real. Real.
Real.
Like real.
I'm scared now.
That's what. He probably came up with that name on the spot during that interview.
Because that is so vague. It could be chill. It could. I want it to be a mixture of everything. But if that's original sound like it's gonna be chill, it's gonna be like soul rap, which is fun. But like I want like Ashake is like energy. You know, I want that too.
What's a song now that you would like to hear replicated on that project? It doesn't have to be an Ashake or Whiskey song, but preferably one of theirs. Like what are you expecting? Like sonically
from
that joint project. Like what's like one song that like a vibe that you are looking for on that?
That's a very good question. I want an uppity beat, but I don't want too uppity. And I also want to see what Whiskey can do because Ashake is very Yoruba, Fuji, Afrocentric vibe. I want to see Whiskey actually do that. Whiskey doesn't really, as in, he did it in, you know, maybe live performances, he will bring those instruments in. But I've never heard him on those instruments before. So I want to see how Whiskey will body a Yoruba type beat.
Interesting.
The last thing is us back is that first two albums. He did it a lot. There, I want to hear him now. Where is that? That first two albums.
You want to see him come into Ashake's world.
Yes, and then see how he done. And we can fully speak Yoruba to not just full pidgin.
Okay. When you have an Ashake and a Wizkid coming together, are you expecting a classic like off rip?
Yes, my expectation is very high.
Okay.
Because those two put in effort into their work.
Okay. So anything less is a flop?
No. It's no, because you're doing that thing where it's like you're saying, is either this or this?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, what are the boundaries with your expectations for this project?
So, when it comes to listening, it's a very subjective.
Right.
It's not an objective thing. So, for me, it's not going to be a flop.
Okay.
It will just be like my expectations wasn't what was offered. Then I have to adjust myself to listen to what they were trying to actually create, and then I enjoy it. That's how I typically do it.
Okay, I'm reserving any of my expectations for when I actually hear it. There's been too many times where I expected something out of an Afrobeats project, and it was what I expected is not what I got, and it left me, highly disappointed. So I'm trying to keep an open mind. But I definitely, genuinely expect that there'll be hits on there.
Me too.
I definitely expect that. I'm hoping for at least 6-7 songs out of this project. They haven't said how many songs it's going to be. I just would like to hear.
Is it EP or is it album?
They said it's an EP.
Okay.
Because I think Ashake is supposed to drop his album next year. So I don't know if he'll do...
But
I don't know if he'll do an album.
I'm not going to lie.
Now and then an album again next year.
I'm not going to lie. If they don't drop anything, I'm almost surprised. Because Whiskey has a habit of saying...
oh yeah, like announce. To be fair, this time they went on... They did like an Apple Radio like interview. Whereas before, you see Whiskey announce stuff on his story. That doesn't happen. Like that time he announced the joint tour with Davido. And of course, that never happened.
Joint tour with Davido.
I hope, like, listen, I think it has to hit. There is no, it was the first time and this one, like, it's Ashake and Whiskey. There are absolutely no excuses. But it's interesting you pointed out that Whiskey likes Ashake, which is why I think is different this time versus when Whiskey and Burna Boy were trying to do a joint EP together. Apparently they only ended up recording like 4 songs and then they fell out.
Yeah,
and it never actually materialized because Burna Boy said some things about Wizkid, and that's all in the past. But I hope it's real. I hope it's real. They're supposed to drop in December.
Okay,
clock is ticking, and I'm excited to talk about it when it drops.
Yeah,
honestly,
me too.
Speaking of interviews, I was watching this interview where T-Pain was basically like, "Fuck DJ Khaled," because when he said...
He didn't say fuck.
Nobody is your brother. I've had DJ Khaled. Everybody done told me I'm your brother. Do not believe that shit.
Lord have mercy, King.
He said, fuck them niggas. Like, the guys that is like when you need them, like you go all out for them, and when you need them, they're like nowhere to be
found. I've heard so much about DJ Khaled and his flippy floppy nature. I mean, even on his own, don't let me be controversial, but on his own country stuff, he's not really spoken on that. So
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
So yeah. I'm not surprised. And I think T-Pain needs to call out everyone that wronged him, because T-Pain is, to me, is a legend. To me, is a legend. What Usher said about him, saying that he ruined music, that's what killed him. Do you know how many hits we could have had? Like, bro, like...
Yeah, the industry did T-Pain dirty. Because
Because
he carried the culture on his back with his hooks for a hot minute. And that is how they repaid him, because they couldn't do what it is that he was doing.
Yeah.
Like, they shit it on auto-tune, Jay-Z did it, Usher did it. It's like...
And that was a good song, though. Moment of silence.
Death of auto-tune.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
No,
That's crazy.
I like
T-Pain, skip this part.
no. The reason why I like it, because when I heard it, I wasn't thinking of T-Pain. I just heard the song on its own.
Honestly, to be honest, yeah, it wasn't until later that I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I
it
found
was
out he
easy,
was
man.
talking about.
I just love the instrumental. I was like, dun, dun, dun,
It is a
dun,
classic.
dun,
It's
dun,
a
dun,
very
dun.
classy beat.
Beats
It's
so
very
perfect.
Jay-Z.
That's what I love. That's
It's
why I
very
love the
Jay-Z.
song.
It's very, very Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But it's so fucked up that he really like dedicated.
Yeah.
He was like, I want the hardest beat, so I'm going to kill this nigga, which is crazy.
Which is good. Shit. I'm a huge T-Pain fan, though, so...
Listen, forever and ever. I remember where I was the first time I heard rapper turned singer, which was his first album. Yeah, I was leaving Jos for Abuja. This was in the middle of the Jos riots. And our driver had a bunch of albums in the car, and he played that shit, and I was like, yo, he's him.
My first song from him was actually Nappy Boy. What's it called again? Kiss Kiss.
Damn, that was after. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, with Chris Brown.
Yeah, I knew him. I knew him after.
Love you,
And then I heard Buy You a Drink, all that.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because
Okay.
that was his big break. It was that song that put him on the map officially.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think in Nigeria, T-Pain was more respected than he was in America.
Yeah. In Nigeria,
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 1000%.
Yeah.
1000%.
The way Americans switched up on on T-Pain when Future came out,
On anyone.
that was crazy.
Americans, don't take it the wrong way, but on anyone. And biggest
It was real,
example was
we,
the Drake
we,
shit.
we witnessed it. We witnessed
Yeah,
that shit.
I'm sorry, like that thing, that flippy floppy shit, like no man.
But that is American music culture. Like raise them up and then kill them when you feel like it.
That's absolutely shit.
That's American music culture.
Let's not say that's American music. We don't be on a culture speaking on, because we might not understand what the
No, it
nuances
is no. We're observers, like, and we can say what we're observing.
Well,
and
that's
it's true.
it's more of a generalized statement you just said. This is an American music culture.
Yeah,
That's generalized though.
historically, that's what happens.
More examples.
Akon.
Which one? Which one with Akon?
I mean, let's say Akon. You just mentioned Drake. We just mentioned T-Pain.
But how did they switch up on Akon?
Shit. In fact, Michael Jackson. How about Michael Jackson?
But that one was different.
How was that different?
You had a whole thing with the pedophilia and stuff. There was something behind that.
Which turned out to be a setup.
Yes.
Right.
R. Kelly though, people are still rocking R. Kelly to this day. People still rock to MJ to this day. So it technically is. I wouldn't say like that. Now, if you say hip hop, I can sort of agree with you. I won't say generalize the music culture. Hip hop maybe.
Do you agree that the temperature on R. Kelly changed when he stopped dropping hits?
No, I don't agree. Because
I think
he
that's
dropped
the
so
case.
many hits.
Because people knew what he was on. People knew that like he
Yeah.
was the one in the tape, and they still listened to, especially his artists, like his co-workers, who were fucking with him. And then when he didn't have it in him again, nobody was like.
But he was still certified legend. People were still banging into his stuff.
I mean, to this day, people are still they will still have it. I mean that, but we can say that about anybody. You listen to the past work, but like, what is your temp on the guy right now? Like, Drake is on the bad end of the stick, but that doesn't mean people are not listening to Drake, like old Drake. That's just my take on it. That's how I think it's like it's something that we've seen over and over again. I think The Baby is another good example of that.
But it was different. It was that controversial statement that kind of threw him off.
I don't listen. People have said worse.
And that
things.
was during
That's
council
me
culture
with
too.
it.
There was a whole culture surrounding that time as well.
Well,
I say more in, you can say in hip hop, because the hip hop stands, like the ones that are like, hip hop's supposed to sound like this, which hip hop technically doesn't really have a sound. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Hip hop has always been variations of it. It's just how you not hip hop, like rap in general. Sorry, it's variations. It's how you come on and stuff. Shit you get. Drake for me was a pop rapper. It wasn't like maybe core hip hop where like that different. I mean, going into hip hop itself.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not core, but like it was a pop rapper. He still put hip hop on the map, and he still knew how to rap. If he wanted to like rap, he could rap. But he understood the audience and he delivered for the audience.
Yeah.
So that whole thing for me, I just felt like Kendrick was just hitting. I'm a Kendrick fan, which is crazy. I'm a huge Kendrick fan.
Yeah.
But I feel like he was just bitter, and it came off as very like jealousy and very.
That's definitely what it is. Listen, Kendrick is a hater. Like we cannot. There's no two ways about it. So we know what that was.
Yeah. The excuse about saying that because Drake didn't understand that control part and he took it the wrong way. And
that's bullshit.
Why didn't you call him and be like, yo, you went on BET and then this one on BET?
No, listen, nobody can change the narrative. Kendrick has always been a hater. Like, that's just what it is. And there was no reason for him to go at Drake like that. Drake was chilling, and apparently, like, J. Cole had reached out to Kendrick before for them to do a song, like, all three of them to do a song together, and Kendrick never, like, replied.
And they were shouting him out on that song, too. That song.
There was a shout, and then you came out and dissed the guy.
So niggas, it's not big three, it's just big me. I'm like, okay, well.
I don't blame Drake for responding at the time, because it's like, all right, you did this thing before, and then you said it was all good, and we had smoke, and then, like, it just kind of died down after that, and my guy extended an olive branch towards you, and you didn't respond, and this is what you have to say to me?
21
Savage,
fuck all that. 21 Savage said it best. He said it best. I said that like Kendrick needed that more than Drake did. Drake was already where he needed to be already. He didn't need to respond.
Yeah, nothing was going to change for Drake.
Yeah.
He's the guy. And 21 was very right about that.
Yeah.
The person that really, really needed it was Kendrick.
It's Kendrick. Look at that, yeah.
But what does the culture look like now that Kendrick is supposed to be the number one guy?
Drake is still the number one guy.
Right, but based on the narrative that Kendrick won the beef, if we're going off of that he's the king because he won that beef, what does the culture look like under him?
Let's be honest with ourselves. I don't think anyone in general, when it comes to Kendrick versus Drake, I was a Drake fan. I was a Drake fan longer than I was a Kendrick fan. I knew that when it comes to lyricism, or even if direct competition, I always knew that Kendrick would win. As opposed to like poetry, when it comes to like Kendrick just knows that's his thing.
Yeah, Kendrick is like has Dungeon and Dragon bars. Like that's not Drake's lane.
But if you actually heard the music itself, I think Drake won that.
I agree.
When it comes to like
Family Matters was a better diss track to me.
But the irony, Kendrick made a better pop diss
for the first time. For the first time, Drake got out. He got bested.
He got out in his own genre.
But if you are talking about the rap P, I definitely think Drake. I think Drake got it.
And I think Drake misunderstood. He was going at it like we're gonna rap, and then he
switched his
because Drake. I feel like Drake could have won if Drake did the pop this, because that's how he beats McMill. McMill was never in a competition. That's how he beats McMill. Yeah. Back then.
Yeah, I don't think Drake was in that space. Right. Because he was personal. Like,
it was personal, yeah. He
was heated, like, okay, I'm going to get rid of you. Since the one thing that people say you have over me is that you're a rapidly rap ass nigga. All right, let me hop up in that lane and we'll see how that works out for you. And so when you're that outraged, you're not seeing everything clearly. I'm sure there were people that told Drake, yo, don't respond, it's not worth it. And it was like, fuck that. Like, I want to kill this shit once and for all.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. I think Drake should just stay away from rap beefs, man.
Yeah.
He has won like one.
Yeah. Well, no, he's won like one.
He's won like one.
Because the Pusha T one kind of was
maybe I think it was a draw. It just kind of died down. Pusha T, he lost to.
He lost.
Kendrick, he lost. And I still think Drake had a better diss song for Pusha T than Pusha T had for him.
Pusha
T came with some gossipy ass shit. Without the gossip, that was nothing now.
Technically, that's what Kendrick did.
What gossip did Kendrick
use? The pedophile thing, all that stuff was all.
I don't know.
No, that stuff was all proven. It was just like talks.
No, but when I say gossip, like Pusha T's thing was real.
Okay, actual gossip.
It was like actual, like real shit real dirt on Drake.
But like, same thing, if you hear, hit him up, something like, It was all like
just throw anything.
you're throwing shit like out there, like about
see,
them,
see
yeah,
what
personal,
sticks.
yeah, and then actually calling them out on your shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But I definitely, hey, shout out to Drake. I just think in general, like any kind of movement or relationship that is born out of hatred for someone, like it's not going to last. Right? Like Kendrick is supposed to be the number one guy now, but is he willing to do the things that Drake did to be number one? I mean outputs. I mean like
Because he
output-wise.
didn't like anything that Drake did. To him, that was not hip hop.
Right.
So
I guess now hip hop where we did now. I was watching this clip or this interview that Don Jazzy did recently, where he said it costs $4 to $5 million to get Calm Down to blow up. And previously he said it costs maybe about 150 million naira to about 500 million naira to activate a new artist.
okay, so let me go and calculate it right now. So Calm Down was 2021, Abi. The exchange rate was
Calm Down 2021 or 22?
the exchange rate was the same. Like, was it 400 or was it 900?
What?
Exchange rate.
It was 400.
So
Like, shout out to Panther 7 for getting us that data, by the way.
yeah,
It was 400 earlier in the year, and I think it went up to like 800 like November.
So $5 million times 400, 5 million. So according to Don Jazzy, oh shit, 5 million times 400. Okay, not sure now. 5
Calculator
million.
done.
It's like it's
even
even
break,
breaking
the money too long.
times 400.
The money too long.
Like, show me this. So that's what 2 billion.
That's 2 billion.
So according to Don Jazzy, he spent, this is in naira, he spent 2 billion naira to promote Calm Down worldwide. And do you believe that? 2 billion naira. How much was in return?
If anybody else said this, I would be like, fuck out of here.
Okay.
The only reason why I'm entertaining it is because it's Don Jazzy, and Don Jazzy doesn't have a history of making outlandish
Things.
or false
I agree.
statements. That's literally the only reason. If anybody else said this, I'd be like get the fuck out of it. Like, who are you talking to? But it's Don Jazzy, so I'm like, damn, like really, you spend that much money on one song?
I think the numbers were ridiculous, but it makes sense because the song itself blew, and the song was performed at the stadium.
To be fair, yeah. I don't think it was a thing where they said, okay, we just heard the song. This is gonna be it. Let's pump 5M into it. I don't think that's what it was. I think the song came out, it did what it did. Then they were like seeing the rise. They were like, okay, we need to, like, it's already doing good, and we need to like fuel this so that it can do even better. And then they did that, and then like they were like, okay, it's doing even better. Then they did something else. Then they're like, okay, let's try and get it popping in this region. And then they put more money towards it. And then the remix happened, which kind of like increased the shelf life or something of
To be fair, I mean, that was Rema's international breakthrough. Was Calm Down.
Not Do Maybe.
Not doing that was African's
Really?
breakthrough. No.
I feel like Do Maybe went.
Not like Calm Down.
Baba was on Genius.
Not even close.
He went on Genius to explain Do Maybe that year.
Yeah, Dumebi was his breakout song.
Right.
Yeah.
Internationally too, though.
No, not. I'm talking about like compared to Calm Down. Calm Down was what put him
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the map
no, it's not the same.
officially. Bro, in India, you know, 1 billion people in India. You just India alone.
I feel like India was fucking with him off of Do Maybe first, though.
No, it was Calm Down. Calm Down was the biggest one.
You don't? No, I know Calm Down is the biggest, but I'm saying like as far as reach, I feel like Do Maybe touched India.
He literally went to India and did the video, the CVO show, and it was Calm Down that was what they were talking
So
about.
not even Do Maybe.
No.
I would have thought Do Maybe would be.
No, it was Calm
It
Down.
sounds very.
See, I could be wrong, but I know for sure it was Calm Down.
Calm Down.
I know for sure it was Calm Down.
So yeah, that's the only reason why. But I see a lot of artists, like especially underground artists, are having negative reactions to it, which I get why they are reacting like that. Because I think to them, they're looking at it like, damn, if I really want my song to blow up, like that's how much money I have to put into this shit. Like, where is that supposed to come from?
They're not supposed to catch it that way now.
They shouldn't, but I'm pretty sure that's what is happening.
So-
because there's no other explanation for why there's such a strong
There
why are artists having such a strong reaction to that idea? Because to give you some context, there was a previous conversation where somebody else, Psycho YP, was doing an interview, and he said that sometimes I think he said $50K is not enough to push a single, and there was a lot of debate over that. Like he got a lot of criticism for saying that. Psycho YP rapper. Do you know who that is? That is a Nigerian rapper. He said that, so that like weeks before, that was a topic where people were like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean 50K is not enough to push one single? Let me see 5K now. I'll do X,
yeah,
Y,
they're
Z.
using the monetary value to now it's almost sounding like you have to be like, it's like a classist sport for you to break through in Nigeria. That's bullshit. I don't think that's true. I think you can have your moments in Nigeria and you can break through if you're good enough, or if you can be viral enough. I don't think.
No, absolutely, I agree. But I think you can only speak from where you're at.
Because you can put that money in and the money is a flop. That makes no sense.
That's true. And I think maybe that was the point Psycho YP was trying to make. That like you can put 50 and sometimes like 50K won't really save you, or it won't do the thing that you expect 50K to do.
So how much is he saying you should do?
I don't know.
Is this? But what the point was adding monetary value. The higher the value is what gives you exposure. Was that what I was trying to say?
I don't know if that was. I don't want to like quote him wrong. I don't want to misquote him wrongly or something, or misquote him. I just remember 50K being like the focal point of that conversation and the debate, and the way I'm seeing people reacting to it, it's almost like they interpreted it like Don Jazzy was saying, if you want blow, bring 50, bring 50 like $5M dolls or some shit, which is not what he's saying. He's just saying like, listen, the song was doing really well, which made us know that it was worth investing in, and it definitely paid off. But I think they are kind of projecting. The artists are projecting because I think they're thinking of it from that place of like that scarcity mentality, where they're like, yo, I'm just looking for like 100K right now. Make I do one or two. And these niggas are talking about like $50K, and somebody's talking about $4 million. So like, and they're like, oh, what hope do we have? But it's like, fam, that is such a defeatist mentality to have. Because these artists that they're putting this much money into, they started somewhere too, and they didn't start with that kind of money. They didn't start off dealing in dollars. They were doing what they could within their small capacity, and eventually they got traction and they got attention and they built a fan base. Fast forward to where they are now. So if you're an underground artist, you shouldn't be looking at that and thinking like, oh my God, like what was that? Because Thames' manager also chimed in on that conversation. Again, the Thames and the Remas and everybody else, they started somewhere and they didn't start with those budgets. Don't listen to these conversations and think to yourself that there's no hope for you because you're hearing music executives saying that, okay, like to blow up a single, it takes this amount of money.
I think your biggest, if you're a Nigerian artist, your biggest exposure, your biggest anything, if you want to be out there, it's not really monetary. Monetary works if you're a solo artist or if you're an individual, it works. Your biggest thing, if you want to get the biggest, fastest exposure is label. So if you're on a label, that's the biggest way you can easily know. Like, see, don't just put out 2 new artists, you know them already. Right. That's the biggest way to do it. Second biggest way is virality and consistency. So if you get lucky, that one guy, Uncle Pere, Cherry Miser, give me my money. That one guy. Drop that one EP and now he's gone.
Right.
It disappeared.
Hopefully he resurfaces.
Hopefully, yeah, but like somewhere. Now, but like he's already out there already. You already made a song that we know him already. So that virality works in your favor.
Right.
Putting on something like that works. So those are the 2 biggest ways I feel like just sign a label or you get lucky and you get viral. You can be very good and still be lost in the mix, even not consistent.
Right.
You need to grow an audience that can push your music for you.
Right.
So you get.
Yeah. So what do you think about his claim, that his statement that 150 million naira to 500 million naira is what is needed to activate an artist?
So I did the math. So yeah, 200, yeah. So I think before I was like, I said I was bullshit. I said I was cap. But and I had to think about it on a label sense. For a label like Mavens, they are running international. They're not running just Nigeria.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, I had to take a step back and I'm like, yeah, make sure, because to set up going overseas, the travel, all that stuff, like, I think that's what Jazzy was saying. Like, just the accumulation of the entire process that they have to do for that one artist to make him as quick as possible. I think that's probably what they did for Rema, and that's probably what they did for Aria Star. I don't think that's been the consistent numbers with his other artists, but I think those two for sure.
Yeah, my first reaction was like, so that's how much it took to activate Cupid
No,
and the rest of these guys.
No, I don't know.
You've already said no.
I don't know.
So sorry.
I don't know.
I just when I hear those numbers, I'm like, damn.
I don't know.
You're using that much to activate artists, and you won't put in the work. Listen, Don Jazzy has built a lot. Like this is Afrobeats royalty, right? So I don't mean to come off disrespectful when I say this, but I'm like I'm hearing these figures and I'm looking at the artists that you're unveiling, and I'm kind of like, for real.
Let's see what they will do. I'm still optimistic.
I am optimistic, but just based on what is on ground now, I'm not.
The one guy that he dropped, that song that we were listening to,
Loving.
I wanted to criticize the.
Yeah, you said you didn't like the production on that song.
I feel like it didn't do him justice. The song they produced, I don't know if it's the mixer, whoever did it, but they had artists, doing most of the work on that beat. They didn't let it.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah, we didn't hear. It was such a good track, but like we didn't hear because I like when the artist is good and when the beat is also good. But the beat was good, but like some parts were turned down that you can tell like that's it's a foundation to the melodies as well too, but like you can't really hear it.
Right.
At least on the TV that we heard it. I've not heard it on headphones or on my car.
Right.
So that was, but the artist is something like I feel like I got potential more than Cupid. I've not had Cupid, a lot of Cupid stuff.
Yeah.
Hearing him for the first time and seeing what he can do, I'm like, I can see him doing, or at least not also more than Cupid, but more than the.
At least from what you because Cupid has an EP out already. Lovin has this one song. At least on that maybe.
Voice Spice is good. It's good. I want to hear I want to hear the Cupid one on that Mavins too. I'm down to hear it.
Yeah. Are you about to play it now? I thought you were trying to play it.
No.
Oh, like you mean like a project?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely would like to hear a project. I know the last few signings we've been like, okay, they sound like other people. I don't know if he exactly sounds like anybody on the Mavins roster right now. But I do think, like in that song, I could hear a lot of Ruga in it.
Yes.
I could hear a lot of Ruga in that song.
You pointed that out too, yeah. And I was like, yeah.
And I listened to it again after we jammed it, and I was like, yeah.
So he's two hard sounding niggas then. You see what I mean?
But Ruga no day Maven, so we can cut some slack there. Ruga is somewhere else. So they did something a little different that time. But hey, I really hope that things work out for these artists.
Me too.
I'm just saying on first listen, I'm not really hearing.
Not captivated.
But if there's anywhere where you can see they will grow,
okay.
I think maybe it's a good place. So we'll see what happens with that one. So yeah, we've just been listening to a lot of music. Really, a lot of albums have dropped recently, and Afrobeats listeners are saying that there's way too much fucking music dropping. Like they're tired and they're overwhelmed. Do you feel like there's way too much music dropping right now, like on a weekly basis?
Yes, but I don't think it's the artist's fault. I think it's just the access. We have access to it. Like me, I know music are dropping. I'm not listening to it. You choose
to engage.
Listen to it. There's some songs I've heard. Like I will get on to 5 months later. Like I will see new drop. I will see the artist. I won't listen to it. I will tap into it after I was here. Like you control your own pace. So don't blame it on the artists. I blame it on the listeners.
I agree. Just because it's out doesn't mean you have to listen to it. Yeah. There are some songs that, especially if you're in Nigeria, in Lagos, when you're out, you're at a party, you hear it. Like, oh, what's that? Right? Like, just because you see it in front of you doesn't mean that you have to engage with it. So this idea that there's too much music dropping, I don't understand. Nobody's forcing you to listen to that.
Yeah.
If your job is critiquing the culture or like music reviews and stuff, then hell yeah, you need to you need to stay abreast of what is happening. So you gotta listen to it, but you can't complain because it's your job. If you're a casual, I don't see why you're crying about that. Plus, if we're talking about extremes, I would rather have a culture where there's all this music dropping on a weekly basis, and like some of the top stars, top artists are dropping EPs and albums and singles and all that stuff, versus a culture where, like the drops are like few and far between. Like anybody's barely dropping.
It's only yeah. I know
You know what I'm saying? And then when people drop, you're kind of like, oh, what's this? But I think there was a year that happened. I want to say maybe it was 2023, where like the drops, there was no gene. 2022 was a fire year for music. Afro beats, a lot of dope songs, even from the underground scene, it came out.
Yeah.
The following year was like slow.
A little slow, yeah.
It was so slow.
Mostly
listening
to things from before.
I did not like that. I did not like that thing at all. So I've experienced it. I paid attention. I know which side I'd rather be on, honestly. And I'm somebody who actually engages with like new music. I don't feel overwhelmed, to be very honest. I like it that way. And I think it's competitive. And in a time where people are trying to run this Afrobeats is dying agenda, that right there contradicts all of that. Because a dying genre or culture does not have this many people dropping. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it means that there's inspiration. It means that there are resources, especially in a country that's going through what is going through currently. I think that's a great sign. Especially coming from the underground scene. Because, you know, it kind of like, that whole thing kind of flows down.
I agree.
Do you think that this was a good year for Afrobeats albums?
Albums? Who dropped this year?
A lot of people dropped, man. Charlie Poppy just dropped. Young John dropped. Wizkid dropped. Oh, no, Wizkid didn't drop. That was last year. When did Wizkid drop?
Last year.
That was last year. Davido dropped.
Davido was the only person that I feel like his album was. Well, Davido has the monetary value and the way to promote his stuff, and the name recognition. So Davido was the only big artist that dropped, like at least.
Burna Boy dropped.
That was this year. Oh yeah, but he dropped it earlier though, right? Like in May.
I think it was early. Yeah, that was this year.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, quite a few people.
People were disappointed. I don't know why people were disappointed in
Victoni dropped.
Burna Boy's album.
I didn't like that album.
So I don't know if I'll say that it was, but like I feel like people were just being nitpicky. The album wasn't bad. Personally, I didn't think it was bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I do.
Burna Boy did exactly what Burna Boy normally does on an album. So I don't think the album was bad. So I think people have been nitpicky with that one.
I think it was weak.
Let's not talk about Burna Boy, I beg. I don't want.
Yeah, cool. But okay, so from your recollection, do you think it was a good year for albums?
No, then I guess.
Yeah. I think we're in a game where artists put out these albums and you just pick your 3-4 songs from there and keep it pushing. Like, most artists are not really dedicated to what an album is supposed to be.
Yes.
It's like, okay, they gave you this advance and you need to show something for it. So here you go. I was listening to Charlie Poppy's album and I'm like, guys, some of these songs don't even sound, you didn't even record these right. Like, where's the mixing? Where's the, like, I don't hear any, like, this shit is spoiled. Like, it sounds like you just rushed it and, like, threw it.
Doesn't have a label anymore now, right? Is he not a one-man person now?
No, I don't think I think somebody picked him up.
Okay.
In Paris. I don't know who it is, but I'm pretty sure somebody picked him up. Even if it was independent, but take your time. That's even if you're independent, that would be even more reason for you to like really take your time and make sure your shit is right. But yeah. I'm pretty sure he signed. I just don't know who Charlie Poppy signed to right now.
Guys, especially now that Afrobeat is like it's here to stay mainstream. Mm-hmm. You create your artists, you create your artistry like you mean it. Don't just create it or just to give us that, don't do that because right. You're not now making Nigerian music for Nigerians, making music for the world.
Well, you're doing yourself if you do that one.
And you're also giving the genre a bad name because you're not putting as much effort as you can. We know you can.
That's one thing I want to see next year. I want to see artists who are more intentional about their projects.
Yes.
That really put in the time, put in the effort, and create something dope.
Make music like you're still hungry.
Make music like you're still hungry. And if you're not hungry right now, put yourself back in the hungry bag or something. Like let the creativity jump out. Young John, you're also another artist who I feel like you have. I think you have that potential, but you're kind of stuck in that loop of making the same song over and over and over again.
I agree.
Like I listened to that album and I'm like, damn, like a lot of these songs are just like, it's not. There's no ginger there. I feel like, I feel like it's not like you've lost it. So when I listen to the song with Ashake and Focalistic, I'm like, okay, this is a little different. Like this has me like getting up and like dance. Like I fuck with this is hard, right? When I hear that La 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 song, I don't know what I don't.
It wasn't about.
We
See,
can, no, we can talk about that one another time.
I listened to that. Oh, we need to do the live thing. It's gonna go off.
Oh, okay.
Well, I listened
Pause.
to. It's gonna cut off.
You can cut off.
Yeah. I listened to the song of my sister today, and they were like on first stick. I think the song does grow on you. Because I hold your hand like shabba la 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 la. I don't think it's a bad song, but I think it was funny. Like the lyrics was funny.
I hike you feel like Rema didn't fit.
It's
so I don't know what
song.
his parts didn't feel like it was part of. I don't know. I don't know what that was.
You have, do multiple takes. It grows on you. That's the best.
I should just keep listening to it.
Yeah. For me, the first thing I judged that song hard as fuck. I was dying. I feel like I was like. Young John recorded that shit. I was side-eyeing him. Like, what the fuck is Palala?
Like, what's in this?
But after a while,
you think so? Okay. Well, for me,
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. Let's see. I'll give it a couple more tries. But yeah. But Young John, hopefully, like you figure out what it is that you need to do differently there, because it's like the music is sounding monotonous. Like you need to come up with a different formula. Honestly. And the reason why I feel so strongly about it is because I heard him on Charlie Poppy's album, different beats, like different and on Alpha Relax. And he did his thing on there. Even he watched Charlie Poppy on that.
He did.
And I was like, man, if he had this on his album, that would have given it, some
So
new freshness.
let's be specific with the, I guess, critique. Is a constructive criticism. It's not a. It's more on that on the beat. You are stuck in the. You're doing the video on that piano, that log drum. It's nice, but like you have potential. You can open any type. See, like I said, Shallow Poppy one. I think there was logs there too, but
There was logs, but it was not.
It was not like it wasn't the consistent one that we always hear from
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can branch off and then do something that will be so good too.
Yeah.
You don't want to sound the same of like. For I feel you have the potential is like limitless for him,
Right.
So like that's the only really risk. If you had no potential, bro, like I don't think we won't care as much.
No, that's true. So it's not like we're not shitting on you. I'm just saying like you actually have it in you to do something better.
more.
So hopefully when you do drop next year or in 2 years, you find new inspiration and you do something a little different. Last topic. I don't know if we should discuss this or save it for the next episode. Because we never addressed this thing where Omale accused Rema of stealing his concept.
But like he didn't directly accuse Rema now. It wasn't a direct accusation. It was more of a speculation.
He first kind of he first
yeah.
said a vague thing in an interview, but then through his burner accounts, like months later, he now shared screenshots of conversations with Rema. To kind of complete the context of, okay, this is who I was talking about.
Okay, so I'm not really on Wale's side as well.
Have you seen the...
And if it's, why didn't you drop it? You should have put it out. Because you're saying, he has to do the whole thing. No, just put it out. Then we can give us okay, then Rema is wrong because this is what it was supposed to sound like. Rema did his own spin. We are missing a whole take from the original person from this different way that Rema is on right now. That we're never going to hear because if he's salty about it. Bro, what is salty about? Like, come on now. Is artistry, is music, like Rema did your stuff, but like he's so talented, like that, like I'm not worried about whatever I put out, I feel like it'll be a hit. Like if someone it will be fine. We should have put out what he made, even if it's mixtape.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people will still fuck with it. He took it way too personal.
You think so?
I think I understand the personal. Okay, you know what? Don't let me minimize his her feeling because he trusted Rema enough to share that part, and then Rema did sly him. Yeah. So I understand that part, but I don't. The music itself, I don't think I'm criticizing more from the music part. Like you can hate on Rema you can give Rema shit for this thing, but that music you should have released it. Like people music. That's music. Music is a mixture of everything inside. Sure, you get like.
I think if Omale felt like what he did was just as good or better, he would have dropped it. But I think what happened is Rema stole the sauce, the recipe or whatever, and made better wings out of it or something. And,
Okay, that's
and
probably I see
I
that too.
think Omale heard that shit and was like, "Fuck! Like I can't drop
Can't
this
match
shit.
this?
I can't. Yeah, like if I drop, like people will like laugh at me. I think that's the only reason why he didn't do this. Because otherwise, why not? Like you said, why not just drop it or like leak it? Use one of your stamp pages to leak it. You don't have to be the one to drop it directly. You know what I'm saying? If you felt strongly about it, like you felt like this shit was fire, you would have definitely found a way to put it out to further disgrace Rema. But I think that's the reason why he didn't do it. However, I feel like it was wrong for Rema to do that.
I agree.
Because in these text messages, Rema is like, hits him up like, I got a question, yeah. How do you envision a song with us? I mean, do you feel like the universe would do its thing, or is there something you want for us to achieve sound-wise? Looking at the screenshot, it's almost like Rema was fishing for inspiration, the way it reads. Omale sent some text back. Rema said, I feel your vibration, broski. While we wait to link, can I start sharing rough ideas? Maybe cool, like da 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 da. So like there was like a back and forth and that kind of, you know, that kind of thing going on. Omale sent him some stuff. Rema said, I like this vibe, I can vibe on it, create space for me. Boom, boom, boom.
Rema
boom,
did
boom.
say that in Tifingai laptop back then. I mean, that one song. It's the holiday. Every day now, holiday. It's a 990 my guy laptop, my homeboy laptop.
He has addressed that in different songs and interviews. He did steal his guy's laptop back then.
Why again did he say laptop? The guy was remember he's not broke now.
No. Back then, before he became.
No, but like even when he was not really come for poverty.
No, the way he said, Rema said, you were like when his dad died, things changed. Like his dad was a
yeah.
politician, his dad died, so it was just his mom. So he had to go out, and he said he was like carrying cement on it. He was doing like bricklayer shit, like, you know, which he says is why he has muscles and shit. Like, so there was a period of time where he was struggling, trying to,
Okay.
you know,
All
make
right,
ends meet.
then forget what. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was actually hustling. I thought like it was
yeah.
like he had money and was stiffing his guy's laptop. I'm like, that's some crypto shit.
No, that would have been crazy. No, I think at first he was good, and then his dad died, and then like everything changed.
Okay.
I don't think that it was cool to steal that man's concept. Although when I hear he is, I am curious. Like, Omale, what were you?
I don't
going
think
to
he
deliver?
stole it. That's what I'm saying. I personally don't think he stole it. I think there's more of a betrayal with the sheer trust from when what's his name? Omale gave me an idea, and he expected at least Omale should have pushed it out first, and then Rema could have came in afterwards. But I don't think that's necessarily stealing, because when it comes to music or like artists like that, because you won't spin on something. I might like it, and then when I try to deliver it, it'll be my own spin of the. It just keeps evolving. That's why I don't think it's stealing necessarily. I just think it's just more of a betrayal and trust from sharing that type of creative idea.
Okay. Well, it sounds like Omale felt like he was stolen from. In the caption, he said, "Now with clarity, well-being, and peace of mind, I resolve to spend the rest of my life using my hobby time to inflict the exact same level of trauma I have endured on my enemies and on anyone who will or has tampered with my craft, thereby threatening the survival of my family and loved ones."
Omole is low-key dramatic though, but
He is mad dramatic.
It's
I'm
in
not
his,
going to lie. That nigga is dramatic.
it's in his songs,
Wow.
so I mean, that makes sense. I guess he's a very sensitive guy. He takes things like too hard, so maybe that's what it is too.
He said, I will not beef, I will not bear grudges, I will not hate, I will only do what is necessary. I am king.
Okay.
All right. With that, I think the only thing I feel like we should do now, because we've been trying to do, is the Dante Clyde review,
Oh yeah.
the project.
I already heard this. The guy that the
Yeah, but we never actually did the review. This is my favorite song on the project. It's a mixtape. It's titled Trust Your Intention to Press Play. And this song is titled Don't Bring Me Your Low. Feat Renee.
gotta put it up on the mic itself.
Lost in the sky, baby. This is the fight. Straight, don't love it eyes. You say I couldn't fly. I say you were my light. I wish you the best, but I never take no back steps. 1, 2, 3 steps from your bad energy. Baby, got it, yo, wild out. Wait for me. I don't wanna stress. I don't wanna get up in the bed. Telling me I refuse to be lost. I know we lost it. Don't bring me alone. Don't bring me alone.
Shout out to Dante Clyde, a listener of the pod, big supporter of the pod. I didn't even know he was an artist when we first started interacting, so it was a surprise to see that he dropped an actual project. This song is in my playlist, it's on repeat, it's on my rotation. And the cover kind of reminds me of like Channel Orange by Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean,
Yeah. So maybe Frank Ocean is an inspiration. What did you think about this project? Did you get a chance to listen to it?
Yeah, I listened to it already, but I'm doing the only thing I had an issue with. So I think like I fuck with you, Evie, but on my end, I'm very big on like production and like producing aspect, beats, mixing, engineering. That's like my own forte.
Right.
So if I already have issues with that, the whole thing is always like that's the reason why I couldn't do like a full listen. I just think you need to have and I'm sure you know that already. You just need to work on your production better. Your voice is good. How you sing on it, your flow, a cadence perfect. It's just you need to do that because that way people can actually sit through it and listen and enjoy it. Because people don't like being thrown off or like having that little. They want to hear like symmetry, perfection when it comes to music. That's the only thing I would say. Other than that, you have potential for real.
Okay. I agree. There's a lot of potential here. Definitely, sound quality could be better. But being that you're an underground artist, I see how you have limitations with like perfecting this thing. But if this is where you're starting, this is like your starting point, then the future is bright for you. Scale of 1 to 10, I give this a 7. I think it's very different on the scene. And you're very big on like making, doing unique shit, like not just doing the pop shit, right?
Yeah.
So I salute talents like this who are actually doing something that's a little out of the box. As much as we love Afro beats, everything doesn't have to be Afro.
Okay. I 100% agree.
1000%. So I definitely support talents like this in Nigeria. If you're looking for something a little more on the soulful side, the slow side, something to add to your alternative kind of rotation, this is definitely a project that you should be listening to. It's called Trust Your Intentions.
Yeah, support him so you can. Yeah.
And this is by Dante Clyde. Definitely go check that out. DanteCly.
I'm curious about that name. Why you chose? Why? What was it?
I'll ask him and I'll get back to you
Dante
about
Clyde.
that on the next one. It is a very unique
Dante
name,
Clyde.
like, but he kind of gives me like mad scientists.
Give me American. That's why I'm a little confused.
It does have in America, like I think American like mad science is what I think.
Maybe thought the name was cool.
You go mad if that's his real name.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy, innit?
Yeah.
All right. And with that, we wrap up another dope episode of Underground Unreleased. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.
We out.